Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So let's talk about Stephen A. Smith saying that Jimmy Butler can't be the number one option. And I disagree. Let's be real. No one saw Jimmy Butler becoming what he have became coming out of Marquette. No one saw that. The Jimmy Butler we know today, currently, no one saw that guy coming out of Marquette. No one saw that type of ability from Jimmy Butler. The man came in the league, worked hard, you know, and built himself into a superstar. Some might say he's not a superstar, and if you do, you're crazy. Currently, Jimmy Butler is a superstar. A few years ago, of course not. But currently, right now, he's a superstar. So I wouldn't say Jimmy Butler can't lead a team to a championship. No, I wouldn't say that. I just think the issue is he's too passive, number one, and the Miami Heat team is not good enough not to beat Denver. Miami is overachieving, simple as that. They got a great system over there with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. Great coaching, some of the best coaching in the NBA. So they got a great system over there. And, they know how to maximize players and get the best out of you. But anyone who knows basketball wouldn't look at Miami and said, this is a championship team. Let's be real. Despite what they were able to do for 4 seasons, they are not a championship team. Miami is not a championship team. Truth be told, they're overachieving. As simple as that. Jimmy Butler is a very good player. He's a great player at this current point. Not years ago, but right now he's a great player. His second best player is Bam Adebayo. No shot at Bam, I'm just saying. Most teams that win championship have a stacked team, a great bench. Miami don't have a great bench. So let's be honest about this. The one thing I will say is Jimmy Butler is too passive. He's always passing the ball. He's so focused on getting his team involved, and that's a great thing, but you got to know when you have to go. There are times when you got to be offensive-minded and aggressive, and Jimmy's always thinking about, I need to make this extra pass. I need to make the right play, and that is fine, but at times it's a detriment to the team. And I know more than likely that is why Stephen A. Smith is saying he can't lead a team to a championship or he can't be the number one option. I know that's why Stephen A. is saying that because Jimmy be too passive, man. He's always passing the ball and he needs to score, but he's thinking about setting everybody up. And at times it gets frustrating to watch because you're like, come on, man, be aggressive. But no, he's focused on, I got to get all the others involved. And that might work for a game or two or against an inferior team like the New York Knicks, whatever the case may be. But Denver is just a better team. I had Denver in 5, and I'm sticking to that. They're a better team. They have the best player in the world currently, Jamal Murray, who's a monster, Porter Jr., KCP, and a deep team. Aaron Gordon. I mean, this team is very deep, so at least they got a game. Look at the Lakers. LeBron and AD were unable to get one game. A team with LeBron, AD, and a stacked Laker couldn't get a game. Miami already won a game, but I think that's as far as it goes. They might win 2 games if they are lucky, but they're going to lose. Denver is a better team, and they have the best player in the planet currently on that team. But I do understand why Stephen A. Smith is saying Jimmy Butler can't be the number one option because of his gameplay. He's usually, he's passive, then he's aggressive. But half the time when he becomes aggressive, it's too late. The team is already losing. But I wouldn't say he can't lead a team. I just think the teams that he is leading are not good enough. It's simple as that. Give this man a better team, and more than likely he could get it done. He just don't have a team that's good enough to win a championship. He don't. 2020 in the bubble. Who did they face? A super strong team. LeBron James, AD, Dwight Howard. They faced a strong Laker team, and Bam got hurt. Tyler Hero got hurt. that year was just bad luck in a sense. So this is what Stephen A had to say. You think about superstars and what we usually get from those superstars in terms of offensive production. That's not Jimmy. So Stephen A. Smith said Jimmy Butler, he's a star in his own right. I would agree. But he's not at the same level as others that have taken their teams to win the championship. But let's take into account, most of these teams are stacked. You could go down the list. From Magic to Larry Bird to Michael to LeBron to Kobe. Pick any player you want to choose. Their teams are stacked. Usually when a team wins a championship, their team is pretty stacked or pretty good. And what the Miami Heat is doing is unbelievable, honestly. They're overachieving. They're a good team, of course. Well coached, great coach, a very good team. But this team is not a championship team. And until they actually get some pieces to complement Jimmy, it's going to always be the same story. They're going to always max out. They're going to cap out. They'll get to the finals and that's it. They're not a team that's able to win it all. They just don't have enough. And that's just the fact. They don't have enough. This is not because Jimmy ain't good enough. Like I said, most of the time he's too passive, but it ain't because of Jimmy. It's because the team is just not good enough. They need more pieces. Simple as that. As they currently stand, this team is not a championship team. I'm sorry. So Stephen A. said Jimmy is not a top-tier player in the league. And I would disagree 1,000,000%. He is a top-tier player in the league. Jimmy Butler is top 10 currently. At least to me personally, he's a top 10 player. I mean, look what the man is doing. Look what he's doing in the playoff. Look at his numbers. How can you tell me this man is not a top-tier player? He's just going up against a better team. Simple as that. The man is facing a better team. Point blank, period. So it's not that Jimmy don't have the ability to carry a team to a championship. The issue is the Heat need to upgrade the team, add more pieces to help him out. He just needs more help. And also, he has to be less passive because he's always passing the ball. It's always trying to make the right play. And sometimes you got to be like MJ and Kobe and go get buckets. Sometimes that's what you need to do. Go get buckets. Stop worrying about making the right play, turning down easy shots. And it gets annoying because you're like, man, dude, be aggressive. Jimmy struggled with that issue. One game, he might be aggressive. Another 2-3 games, he's trying to be Steve Nash or, he's trying to be Magic. And that's the issue. He struggles with being aggressive. Currently speaking, he's a great player. He is top 10 to me. I don't feel like he can't lead a team to a championship. I just think he needs more help. He needs more pieces. LeBron and AD couldn't do it. They got bounced 4-0 sweep. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, they got bounced. I'm saying all that to say Denver is clearly the superior team. They beat LeBron and AD, swept them, blew KD and Devin Booker out, and you expect Jimmy Butler, as great as he has been in the playoff, you expect Jimmy Butler to beat this team? This team is insanely good. The Heat are outmatched. It's simple as that. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat are facing a better team with the best player in the world and Jamal Murray, he's a monster. So there's not much you could do. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.